Welcome to Supers Live. We are live from Rocky Mountain Raceway at the base of the Copper Mountains for the Super St. Patrick's Day Grab of the Green 50 lapper Super Modified Sim Racing. Hey, I'm Bob Gang. We're glad you can all join us here tonight for the original Super Modified Sim Racing Sanction first race ever at Rocky Mountain Raceways. And while it may be a little bit different for supers to be here at Rocky Mountain Raceways racing their super modified sim racing machines, it's not at all unusual to see super modifieds in Salt Lake, Utah. Former hotbed of super modified racing as part of the Salt Lake Valley Racing Association, as well as the good old Canadian American Racing Association, or CAMRA, back in the days. And in fact, if you look at our website, the date line for the pre-race story is from Dragon, Utah. Why is that? Well, because one of super modified racing's most famous sons, Art Pollard, his birthplace was Dragon, Utah, before the family moved to Oregon. And of course, those of you that don't know, but maybe about super modifieds, or maybe are IndyCar fans, Art Pollard, one of the guys that made it to Indianapolis Motor Speedway to race and eventually lost his life in a time trial crash or practice before time trials in 1973. In that horrible year at Indy, we also lost Art Pollard. His daughter, Judy Dipple Pollard, has become an author, and you can check her out. Just Google that name, and she writes children's books. So great bit of history there in the Salt Lake area. Of course, Jim Pasquin still racing out of Salt Lake. Brian Schaefer still racing out of Salt Lake. And, you know, they still have a great race every year at Salt Lake, Utah, here in Salt Lake, Utah, at Rocky Mountain Raceways. It's a Copper Cup Classic. Don't be deceived by what Phoenix runs now called the Copper Cup. It's not the same. It's the Copper Cup Classic, and it's held in Utah. And it comes every July 4th weekend at Rocky Mountain Raceways. You want to check out Rocky Mountain Raceways, you want to go to their Twitter account, RMR SLC, at RMR SLC, and check them out online at Rocky Mountain Raceways. Well, folks, we've got a guy that knows how to get around when it comes to getting lucky. And well, now, wait a minute. Did we say that right? No, we didn't mean it that way. We just mean that he's won this race before. And he's one of two guys in here tonight that have a shot at breaking a Supers record, and that's becoming the first multiple winner of the St. Patrick's Day Special. That's right. We have never had a repeat winner of this race. Rocket Rob Warren, our current point leader and defending Supers champion, joins us right now. And if anybody knows about Rocky Mountain Raceways that's racing with us here tonight, it's Rob Warren, as he's been to that track and witnessed the mighty Super Modifieds. Welcome in, Rob. Great race for you last week at Vegas with the Jeff Russell Special, coming home second after a hard-fought race with Steve Callahan. And tonight, you've got a shot at breaking history, but we're at a little bit different track. You'd won your St. Patrick's Day race on the big Monster Mile at Dover, and tonight we're on this 3/8 mile, constantly curving track. Your thoughts about racing your virtual Super Modified here at RMR tonight?
Well, first of all, Dover's awesome. I love Dover. I'm going to miss it, but Rocky Mountain is also amazing. This is a driver's track. Dover was a stab it and go track. Get into the corner, drive off, make the straightaway as long as possible. Them long straightaways got longer if you could stab it at the apex. This track is kind of similar in that respect. Very, very short, very being 3/8 of a mile. But if you can back your corner up, get into the corner, and drive off is all of it. And there's some fast guys tonight. All of your Disturbed Motorsports guys have really fast cars. CPR, really fast cars. First to finish, not so fast. Hopefully just consistent. And, of course, Bobby G, your car looked amazing in time trials. Your first lap, not stellar. Your second lap, you picked up 4/10. So that's amazing. Congratulations on that pickup on that second lap.
Well, I guess I remembered how to get around the racetrack or something. Rob, this is going to be a good race here tonight. 10-lap heat races coming up. Full inversion. Fast Four get their time back for the inversion for the feature. Is it going to be ultra important to start up front, or how important will it be to start in the front half of the pack here tonight?
Gee, I really don't know. I know that I'm not fast here on the first 3 laps. Takes me some time to get some heat in the tires, calm myself down, get into a racing groove. I think that it's a very difficult track to pass on. I don't think you're going to see a lot of passing, which is, I mean, par for the course for super modifieds in this era. But I think what you're going to see is some crazy racing. Some of these guys are so stinking fast that they may not be able to get out of their own way before they enter the corner. Meaning they might stack it up, they might check up, they might overshoot, they might make some pretty simple racing mistakes. So I'm thinking the nature of this track is going to lead to, can you stay out of the way and keep your car clean and have something at the end. Something we know Keith Powell is fantastic at. He can save his car for the end. In the last 10 laps, he comes out of nowhere. Steady Steve Callahan is steady every lap. You got that's the CPR guys. And then you got Disturbed, who's just out there to run fast every single lap. And it's just going to be insanity. Keeping your nose clean and keeping away from everyone, I think, is what's going to win this race. Nelson Rodriguez out of Massachusetts, also stupendously fast car. And, of course, yours out of Indiana, also a fast car. Never can count you out. If you keep yourself off the mic long enough to drive the race, it'd be fantastic. But I love the commentary. And then we got KT doing video. So, I mean, all of this stacks up to a phenomenal show. So I'm going to wish everyone the best of luck now. I may not be there in the post race to say good, congratulations, because I may not be anywhere near the top 5. Running 6th and 7th in times, but I got a car that's going to stay under me, and that's what I think I need at this track. Not something that's going to step out and just be stupid fast.
Well, Rob, we want to wish you the best of luck as well, and hope to keep that first to finish race service machine underneath you. Rocket Rob Warren, ladies and gentlemen, racing here tonight, looking to make history. Only 2-time winner of the Super St. Patrick's. The only other guy to have done that, Steady Steve Callahan. Watch for him in the